Wormwood, Artemisia absinthium, is an odorous perennial that belongs to the Asteraceae or Compositae family, more commonly known as the daisy family. This Artemisia plant releases an aromatic odor and has a spicy, bitter taste. The wormwood plant is native to Europe and parts of Africa and Asia. Today, it also grows wild in the United States, most commonly along roads or paths. Also called shrub wormwood, Artemisia absinthium is a shrubby plant that typically grows to be 1 to 3 feet tall. It has gray-green or white stems covered by fine hairs and yellowish-green leaves that are hairy and silky. The leaves of the plant have glands that contain resinous particles where the natural insecticide is stored. Sweet wormwood, Artemisia annua, also known as sweet annie, sweet sagewort, annual mugwort or annual wormwood, is a common type of wormwood native to temperate Asia but naturalized in parts of North America. Wormwood can be used either fresh or dried. All the aerial portions, stem, leaves and flowers, of the plant have medicinal uses, and wormwood tea is commonly consumed for a range of ailments. The essential oil is extracted from the leaves and flowering tops by steam distillation. One study of the essential oil of Artemisia absinthium found that it contains at least 28 components representing 93.3% of the oil. The main components are bipinene, 23.8%, and bethujone, 18.6%. Wormwood's biologically active compounds include acetylenes, ascorbic acid, azulines, carotenoids, flavonoids, lignans, phenolic acids, tannins, thujone and isothujone, sesquiterpene lactones. Wormwood benefits. Contains antimicrobial and antifungal properties. In vitro studies have shown that the essential oils of wormwood have antimicrobial activity. Research published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry suggests that wormwood oil exhibits a broad spectrum of antimicrobial activity against several bacterial strains, including E. coli and Salmonella. Every year, Salmonella is estimated to cause 1 million foodborne illnesses in the United States alone, with 19,000 hospitalizations and 380 deaths. E. coli is another concerning type of bacteria that can cause a range of issues from diarrhea to urinary tract infections to pneumonia and other illnesses. Not only can wormwood kill bacteria, but it's also been shown to kill fungi. Research shows that essential oil distilled from the aerial parts of Artemisia absinthium inhibited the growth of a very broad spectrum of tested fungi. The wormwood essential oil also showed antioxidant properties during testing. Another study published in Plantamedica concludes that Artemisia absinthium oil inhibits the growth of Candida albicans. This is the most common type of yeast infection found in the mouth, intestinal tract and vagina, and it may affect skin and other mucous membranes. Treats SIBO. Many people turn to natural and alternative treatments when it comes to problems with their gastrointestinal health. Studies show that herbal remedies like wormwood tea or capsules are as good or even better at fighting small intestinal bacterial overgrowth or SIBO symptoms. Today's typical treatment of SIBO is limited to oral antibiotics with varying rates of effectiveness. A 2014 study had 104 patients who tested positive for newly diagnosed SIBO take either a high dose of rifaximin or an herbal therapy daily for 4 weeks. The herbal products were specifically chosen because they contained antimicrobial herbs like wormwood, oregano oil, thyme and berberine extracts, which have been shown to provide broad-spectrum coverage against the types of bacteria most commonly involved in SIBO. Of the patients who received herbal therapy, 46% showed no evidence of SIBO on follow-up tests compared to 34% of rifaximin users. Adverse effects reported among those taking rifaximin included anaphylaxis, hives, diarrhea and Clostridium difficile colitis, while only 1 case of diarrhea and no other side effects were reported in the herbal therapy group. The study concluded that herbal therapies are at least as effective as rifaximin for eradication of SIBO. Additionally, the herbal therapy with wormwood appears to be just as effective as triple antibiotic therapy for individuals who don't respond to rifaximin. Treats Crohn's disease. In Germany, A double-blind study examined the effectiveness of an herbal blend containing wormwood at a dose of 500 mg 3 times per day versus a placebo over 10 weeks in 40 patients suffering from Crohn's disease who were already on a steady daily dose of steroids. This initial stable dose of steroids was maintained until week 2. After that, a defined tapering schedule was started so that by the beginning of week 10 all the patients were steroid-free. Researchers found that there was a steady improvement in Crohn's disease symptoms in 18 patients who received wormwood in spite of the decrease of steroids. After 8 weeks of treatment with wormwood, there was almost complete remission of symptoms in 13 patients in this group as compared to none in the placebo group. This remission lasted until the end of the observation period, which was 20 weeks, and the addition of steroids was not necessary. The results were truly impressive and suggestive of wormwood being able to decrease or eliminate the need for steroids in Crohn's disease patients. Additionally, results indicate that wormwood has positive effects on mood and quality of life, which is not achieved by other standard Crohn's disease medications. Gets rid of parasites. Wormwood is used to eliminate intestinal worms, including pinworms, roundworms and tapeworms. Pinworms are the most common worm infection in the United States, with pinworm eggs spread directly from person to person. Roundworms, or nematodes, are parasites that also infect human intestines, and tapeworms are long, flat worms that infect animal and human intestines. A 2018 animal study published in the Journal of Helminthology indicates that wormwood induced worm paralysis and death, and a study conducted in Sweden shows that for the purpose of deworming farm animals, a combination of wormwood, mugwort, chicory and common tansy are believed to have anti-parasite properties. Treats malaria. Malaria is a serious disease caused by a parasite that is transmitted by the bite of infected mosquitoes and invades human red blood cells. Artemisinin is an extract isolated from the plant Artemisia annua, or sweet wormwood. Artemisinin is an herbal drug that's the most powerful antimalarial on the market. It's known for quickly reducing the number of parasites in the blood of patients with malaria. The World Health Organization recommends artemisinin-based combination therapies as first-line treatment for uncomplicated Plasmodium falciparum malaria. Recent experiments have shown that artemisinin is effective against the malaria parasite because it reacts with the high levels of iron in the parasite to produce free radicals. The free radicals then destroy the cell walls of the malaria parasite. Fights cancer cells. According to recent studies, artemisinin can battle iron-enriched breast cancer cells similar to the way it eliminates malaria-causing parasites, making it a potential natural cancer treatment option for women with breast cancer. Cancer cells can also be rich in iron since they commonly soak it up to facilitate cell division. Researchers in a 2012 study tested samples of breast cancer cells and normal breast cells that had first been treated to maximize their iron content. The cells were then treated with a water-soluble form of artemisinin, an extract of wormwood. Results were quite impressive. The normal cells showed little change, but within 16 hours, almost all of the cancer cells were dead and only a few normal cells were killed. Bioengineer Henry Lai believes that because a breast cancer cell contains 5 to 15 more receptors than normal, it absorbs iron more readily and hence is more susceptible to artemisinin's attack. Arthritis and immune support. Inflammation is linked to many long-term diseases, acute and chronic pain, and reduced immune function. Artemisinin, a compound found in wormwood, may help. It stops the body from making cytokines, a kind of protein that causes inflammation. One study of 180 people with rheumatoid arthritis looked at differences between those given either wormwood extract or a placebo for 12 weeks. Those taking the wormwood reported significant joint pain relief. Wormwood found to be safer than some common drugs used to treat rheumatoid arthritis. Another study of 90 people with knee pain found that putting 3% wormwood ointment on sore joints reduces pain and improves physical function in patients with osteoarthritis. Support digestive. About 2/3 of Americans experience gastrointestinal symptoms such as gas, bloating, heartburn, stomach pain, constipation, and diarrhea. Research shows that wormwood can help with digestion and reduce spasms in the intestines and stomach. Wormwood also can boost appetite and help produce saliva, other digestive enzymes, or proteins that help with metabolism. All of these support healthy digestion and overall health.